Ever feel like all the leadership advice you hear is about like climbing the ladder,
Yeah.
but not about what you do when you reach the top. Like what happens then?
Right, right.
Well, today we're diving into something different. It's called Boardsi's Board Suite,
Okay.
and they're calling it a leadership accelerator, specifically for serving on boards,
Interesting.
which, to be honest, sounds pretty intriguing. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, is that just
Is it just like a fancy way of
a
saying,
fancy way to say how to get on a board? Or is
yeah,
there actually something more to it?
yeah, yeah, is there more?
Yeah.
I think there's a distinction here. You're right. There's a lot of advice out there on how to, rise in the ranks of your company,
Yeah,
but not a lot about being effective at the board level.
absolutely. And that's where I think Boardsi's Board Suite is trying to come in.
Okay.
It's about like preparing you to lead and contribute meaningfully, like from day one.
Okay. I'm getting a better sense of why this is different.
Yeah.
So this board suite has like 4 main components:
Okay.
executive board education, precision matching, streamlined boardroom access,
Mm-hmm.
and executive branding.
That's
It
it.
sounds pretty comprehensive, but I have to admit, I'm curious about the specifics. Like,
Yeah.
let's start with the foundation.
Right.
Executive board education. So what does this actually cover?
Right.
And why is it so crucial before even thinking about a board position?
That's where Boardsi's really flipping the script.
Okay.
They're acknowledging that, being an effective board leader,
Yeah.
it requires a very specific skill set. It's not just about your experience in your industry.
Right.
It's about things like financial governance, risk management, legal responsibilities, the kind of stuff that most executives
Yeah.
haven't had to deal with directly in their careers.
Right. So it's more than just showing up with your resume and saying,
Exactly.
hey, I was a CEO, so put me on the board.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of why this foundational knowledge is so crucial?
Well, think about, some recent corporate governance failures.
Okay.
Like what happened at insert recent example of a company with board-level issues.
Okay. Yeah.
In a lot of these cases, the problems came from a lack of understanding of boardroom dynamics and oversight responsibilities.
Yeah.
So Boardsi's executive board education really wants to make sure aspiring board members have the knowledge they need
Okay.
to avoid these pitfalls and make
Informed decision.
informed decisions right from the get-go.
That makes a lot of sense, especially with boards under so much scrutiny these days.
Exactly.
You really do need to be prepared to handle those complex situations. So once you've got that knowledge base,
Yeah.
how does Boardsi actually connect you with opportunities?
Okay.
This precision matching thing sounds like a dating app for executives.
Yeah, well,
Is it really that nuanced?
it's definitely more sophisticated than just like keywords.
Okay.
Boardsi uses algorithms to analyze your experience, your skills, even like your leadership style, and then matches you with opportunities that fit your expertise and also your aspirations.
Hold on, algorithms.
Uh,
That sounds kind of vague.
yeah.
Can you tell me what kind of factors they're considering in these matches?
So it's about going beyond just your job title.
Okay.
They consider things like industry experience, of course.
Yeah.
Your functional expertise in areas like finance or marketing,
Uh-huh.
even your demonstrated leadership style. So like, are you more collaborative?
Oh.
Are you data-driven? It's all about finding the right fit
Okay.
for you and the company.
So that's where the precision comes in.
Yeah,
It's not just about, filling any open seat.
right.
It's about finding the right board for your specific skill set.
Exactly.
This is feeling really different from that whole, networking your way in approach.
Yeah.
Which actually brings us to the next piece, streamlined boardroom access.
Okay.
So how does Boardsi actually get you in front of the right people?
So you've hit on like a key point here.
Oh.
Traditional board recruitment can be so opaque,
Yeah.
and it really relies on who you know.
Mm-hmm.
So Boardsi has built this huge network of companies who are actively looking for board members.
Okay.
And they act as this direct connection between those companies and qualified candidates like you.
So they're not just like posting open positions on a job board.
Right.
They're actively looking for people with specific skills and experience.
Exactly. And this goes back to that precision matching.
Okay.
Companies come to Boardsi with certain needs,
Yeah.
and they say, we need someone with experience in X industry with Y leadership style and expertise in Z.
Got it.
And then Boardsi uses their algorithms to find the best possible matches from their candidates.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just about throwing your resume out there and crossing your fingers. It's
Right.
about being matched with opportunities that are actually a good fit for what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, even with the right skills and the connections,
It's still tough.
yeah, getting noticed in that boardroom, that's where executive branding comes in, right?
Yes.
They specifically mention this thing called LEADAFI.
Right.
What's that all about?
So LEADAFI is a company that specializes in crafting really compelling leadership narratives.
Oh, okay.
It's about helping you tell your story, your unique story,
Yeah.
in a way that boards will connect with.
Okay.
It's not just about having a great resume.
So it's about going deeper.
It's about showcasing your achievements, your leadership style, your values in a way that makes you stand out from everyone else.
Wait, LEADAFI, is that like an acronym?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
I don't think it is an acronym.
Yeah, okay.
But it really does get at the heart of what they do.
Yeah.
It helps leaders figure out their value
Yeah.
and then build a brand that attracts the right opportunities.
Okay, so it's not just about what you've done.
Right.
It's about how you present yourself as a leader.
Exactly.
Can you give me some specific examples of how LEADAFI helps executives build their brand for the boardroom?
So they'll work with you to develop a clear message. Okay.
About your leadership style, your major accomplishments, the value you offer to a board. Think of it as crafting a narrative that highlights your strategic thinking,
Yeah.
communication skills, and how you're committed to good governance, the things that boards really care about.
So it's about going beyond your resume and capturing your essence as a leader,
Yes,
especially in the context of board service.
exactly. It's about demonstrating how your experience is valuable in the boardroom,
Yeah.
making it crystal clear why a board should pick you over someone else.
That makes a lot of sense. I feel like we've just scratched the surface here with each of these components.
Yeah, I think so too.
What do you think? Should we dive a little deeper?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, let's do it. After the break, we'll get into how Boardsi's matching algorithm actually works and what you can do to make your profile stand out and attract the right opportunities.
Sounds good. So we've talked about, the Boardsi gets you ready with education and stuff and helps you, craft your leadership story and everything.
Yeah. But I'm kind of curious about the precision matching.
Yeah.
How does that actually work?
Yeah.
In practice, I mean, do they just give you a list of open positions and say good luck?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It sounds great in theory.
Yeah.
But how does Boardsi actually connect you
Right.
with the right opportunity?
So it's not just a passive matching system.
Okay.
Remember that network of companies we were talking about?
Yeah.
They aren't just browsing profiles or whatever.
Right.
They're actively going to Boardsi
Okay.
and telling them what they need.
Okay.
We need someone with experience in renewable energy,
Yeah.
a strong financial background, and a collaborative leadership style.
So it's almost like
Yeah.
Boardsi's a headhunter for board positions,
Yeah.
but with this algorithm thing to really refine the search.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
And that's where the value is,
Yeah.
connecting those specific needs
Yeah.
with the right people. It's not just about, finding somebody with the right job title.
Right.
It's about
Yeah.
finding somebody who really fits the company's culture.
The whole picture.
The whole picture, yeah.
Okay, so let's say you've been matched with a few good opportunities.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Okay.
Do they just hand you a board seat?
No, of course not.
Okay.
It's definitely still competitive.
Right.
But Boardsi helps you through that whole process.
Yeah, okay.
They'll give you advice on your application,
Okay.
help you prepare for interviews,
Okay.
even,
Yeah.
Understanding the different board cultures.
So they're with you the whole way.
The whole way, yeah.
It's not just about matching you.
Right.
They help you through the whole thing.
Exactly. They want you to succeed.
Yeah.
And they give you the tools to do it.
This makes me think about board diversity.
Okay.
We hear so much about needing more diverse boards.
Yeah.
How does Boardsi handle this?
Yeah.
Is it just checking boxes?
Yeah.
Or are they really committed to inclusion?
They get it.
Okay.
Diversity is not just something nice.
Right.
It's about making boards better.
Okay.
They know that diverse boards mean more perspectives and experiences.
More ideas.
More ideas, exactly.
Yeah.
And that leads to making better decisions
Yeah.
and ultimately better outcomes.
For the organization.
Like organization, right?
Okay. But how do they make sure their matching leads to more diverse boards?
Okay.
Are they looking for companies with specific diversity goals?
It's a few things.
Okay.
They work with the companies
Okay.
to help them figure out their diversity goals.
Okay.
And then they use those goals as part of the matching.
Got it.
They also try to recruit a diverse group of candidates,
Okay.
reaching out to organizations that represent underrepresented groups.
So they're expanding the pool
Exactly.
and making sure those candidates are seen.
Right.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
But so far we've been talking about the executives.
Mm-hmm.
What about the companies themselves? Why would they choose to work with Boardsi?
There are a few key reasons.
Okay.
First, it saves them time and money.
Okay.
Traditional recruitment can be a huge time suck
Yeah.
and really expensive.
Yeah.
Boardsi streamlines that whole process.
Okay.
They do all the hard work, finding candidates, managing applications, making introductions.
So it's like having a search firm
Yeah.
working just for them,
Yeah,
but with that algorithm thing on top of it.
exactly.
Okay.
And because Boardsi only does board placements,
Yeah.
they really understand what makes a good board member.
Mm-hmm.
They can help companies figure out what they need
Okay.
and find people who not only have the right experience,
Right.
but also fit their culture.
Okay. This is making me think about my own career.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not looking for a board seat right now,
Yeah,
could board seats still be useful for me?
absolutely.
Okay.
Even if you're not ready for the boardroom yet,
Yeah.
engaging with Boardsi is a good idea.
Okay.
Think of it as an investment in your future leadership potential.
What do you mean by that?
Like, even without applying for anything,
Yeah.
just being part of the Boardsi network is valuable.
I see.
It's a chance to grow your network,
Okay.
learn about different opportunities,
Yeah.
stay up to date on corporate governance.
Right.
You can meet other executives, go to Boardsi events,
Okay.
even take part in their training programs.
So it's like professional development for
Yeah.
future board members.
Exactly.
You learn, connect, and get ready.
And it can help you figure out if you need to do anything else
Yeah.
before going for a board seat,
Okay.
like experience or skills.
This is making me realize that board service,
Yeah.
it's not something you just decide to do.
It's something you work towards.
You prepare for it.
It's about being proactive
Okay.
with your leadership journey,
Yeah.
setting yourself up for success at the highest level.
Okay, so we've talked about how Boardsi works for both sides.
Right.
But before we move on, I want to go back to something you mentioned, the
Okay.
importance of fit.
Right.
What does that actually mean?
So finding the right board,
Yeah.
it's not just about your skills.
Okay.
It's about your values,
Yeah.
your passions, matching the organization's mission.
So it's not about looking good on your resume.
No.
It's about finding a place where you can make a difference.
Yeah.
And actually feel good about it.
It's about using your expertise
Yeah.
to help something you believe in,
Yeah.
where you're valued and you can make a positive impact.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's about finding a role that's challenging,
Mm-hmm.
but also rewarding,
Exactly.
where you can grow and really contribute.
And that's really what Boardsi's all about.
Okay.
Helping you find that perfect fit
Yeah.
and giving you the power to lead with purpose.
Okay, this has been really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the bigger picture now.
Yeah.
Boardsi isn't just about filling seats.
Right.
It's about better leadership.
Raising the bar
Yeah, raising the bar.
for the whole boardroom.
Yeah, and making
Okay.
it more inclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot.
I think so too.
Before we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about what it really means to serve on a board.
Okay.
Like philosophically.
Interesting.
What does it mean to lead at that level?
That's a great question.
Right, let's get into that. After a short break, we'll explore what board service really means and what it takes to be a great leader at that level.
Yeah.
We've talked about, the practical stuff like finding a board seat,
Right.
but I'm thinking about the bigger picture now.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean to lead at the board level?
Mm-hmm.
It feels different from managing a team
It is.
or even running a company.
It is different.
Yeah.
You're not focused on day-to-day stuff at the board level.
Right.
You're thinking more strategically
Okay.
about the long-term,
Yeah.
health and direction of the organization and your decisions. They don't just affect employees,
Right.
but also customers, shareholders,
Yeah.
the community,
The whole industry.
the whole industry even.
So the impact is much bigger
Yeah.
than in other leadership roles.
Definitely.
What are some examples of how board decisions have that ripple effect?
Okay, so think about a company
Okay.
deciding to move its manufacturing overseas.
Okay.
The board has to think about
Yeah.
the cost savings, of course,
Right.
but also what it means for local jobs,
Yeah.
environmental impact, the company's reputation.
It's a lot to consider.
It is.
Or what about when a company has a cybersecurity breach?
Right.
The board's response.
It determines everything.
Yeah.
How much customer data is lost,
Mm-hmm.
the financial damage, the trust in the brand.
Wow, those are serious responsibilities.
They are.
It's not just about profits.
No.
It's about ethics and long-term impact.
Right.
This makes me wonder, what kind of person thrives in that kind of environment?
You know,
Like, what kind of leader?
it takes a certain kind of leader
Yeah.
to be effective on a board.
Oh,
Someone who can think strategically,
Yep.
analyze complex information,
okay.
make tough decisions
Under pressure.
under pressure,
Right.
but it's also about having the guts
Okay.
to ask the hard questions,
Yeah.
challenge assumptions,
Let's hold people accountable.
and hold leadership accountable. Yeah,
So it's a different mindset
it is.
from being in charge
Yeah.
to being more of an advisor.
Or strategic, yeah.
Does Boardsi prepare people for that shift?
They do.
Okay.
Their executive board education.
Yeah.
It covers the practical stuff,
Right.
but also the mindset and behavior
Okay.
that you need for effective board leadership.
Okay.
They emphasize collaboration, good communication, ethical choices.
So they cover it all.
They do.
Oh.
They help people understand their role
Yeah.
in guiding and overseeing
Okay.
while respecting boundaries.
Between the board and management? I'm thinking about my own goals now.
Yeah.
I never really considered board service,
Mhm.
but now I'm interested. What advice would you give someone like me?
Well, first, think about the impact you want to make.
Okay.
What are you passionate about?
Mhm.
What issues do you care about?
What organizations do I want to support?
Exactly.
So it's about aligning my values
Yes.
with the mission of the organization.
It's not about your resume.
Yeah.
It's about making a difference.
It's about contributing to something meaningful.
Exactly. And once you know what you want,
Yeah.
Boardsi can help you find the right opportunities
Okay.
and get ready for the journey.
Okay.
They give you the tools and the connections you need
Yeah.
to lead with purpose.
This has been really eye-opening.
I'm glad you hear that.
I have a whole new perspective on board service,
Yeah.
how important it is for shaping the future of organizations.
It's an exciting time to be involved.
It is.
And I encourage everyone to explore the possibilities.
I agree. And for our listeners who are ready to take that next step,
Yeah.
I definitely recommend checking out Boardsi and their board suite.
It's a great resource
It is.
for anyone who's serious about leadership.
Yeah, and making a difference.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of board leadership.